Israel-Hamas ceasefire is still in effect despite terrorists attacking and killing 2 Israeli soldiers yesterday morning, followed by the IDF launching retaliatory strikes. The Israeli army announcing on X, quote, the IDF will continue to uphold the ceasefire agreement and will respond firmly to any violation of it. This as President Trump's chief Middle East negotiator, Steve Witkoff, and Jared Kushner spoke out for the first time since getting the Gaza ceasefire, and they offered insight into the return of the remaining hostages held by Hamas.
One worrisome issue, whether Hamas is dragging its feet in returning the remains of deceased Israeli hostages. Are you saying publicly right now that Hamas is acting in good faith, seriously looking for the bodies?
As far as we've seen from what's being conveyed to us from the mediators, they are so far. That could break down at any minute, but right now we have seen them looking to honor their agreement.
National security and military analyst Dr. Rebecca Grant joins me now. Dr. Grant, good morning. It's great to see you. Let's start with that 60 Minutes interview because there was a lot in it. What was your main takeaway from what they had to say?
What an incredibly powerful team. And Trump has picked 2 fantastic negotiators. They said at the end that it's very delicate and they're really going to have to stay on top of the situation, which is why we have both Witkoff and Kushner back in the Middle East today. I was struck that they had met in person with the 4 Hamas negotiators, and how much that Israeli strike on Doha in Qatar had been a turning point where they seized the opportunity to get the Arab world aligned to pressure Hamas and then bring Israel on board. Stunning interview. Yeah, and over the weekend, the ceasefire deal came very close to falling apart, with Hamas launching a deadly strike that killed 2 IDF soldiers, and then Israel launching a series of retaliatory strikes. And then, as you said, Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner are back in Israel this morning, and the White House is considering sending Vice President J.D. Vance as well. So taken as a whole, what does all of that indicate to you as to where things stand right now? Well, I think we're still in a good place. Israel had to respond after those Hamas fighters came out of a tunnel down in Rafah, but the ceasefire is back in place at this point. There will be tense moments, but Trump is going to get this done. The next key we're looking for is that international stabilization force. We may have troops from Turkey, Indonesia, other countries. They will get organized, go in, and then begin to train a pro-Palestinian force to govern Gaza. It's going to be tense moments until that happens, and expect very careful oversight by our U.S. military, providing, I think, some of the command and control there from Israel. All right, let's talk about the war in Ukraine, because last week President Trump held this very long phone call with Vladimir Putin, and then on Friday met with Vladimir Zelensky at the White House. There's been a lot of discussion about ceding territory and how much. Here is the latest on that from the president yesterday. Watch this.
No, we never discussed it. We think that what they should do is just stop at the lines where they are, the battle lines. You have a battle line right now. The rest is very tough to negotiate. Go home, stop killing people, and be done. Let it be cut the way it is. It's cut up right now. I think 78% of the land is already taken by Russia. I said cut and stop at the battle line. Go home, stop fighting, stop killing people. What do you think about that, freezing the battle lines as a solution? I'd love to see every Russian out of Ukraine, but right now, freezing the battle line is a pretty good deal for Ukraine long term. Russia has never taken all the last piece of Donetsk and the Donbass, partly because they're important fortified lines. But if that battle line freezes there, I'm telling you, Carly, Ukraine is going to need about 1,000 new tanks to defend that border, and a lot of security guarantees from NATO, because the menace of Russia is not going away. And Ukraine would welcome those tanks and those security guarantees, to say the least. Dr. Grant, thank you for joining us this morning.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.